Hello everybody and welcome back to the talk show here on YouTube Sports&Sh, where we talk about sports and shit. I'm your host Dylan Ullman. Thank you very much for tuning in, and if you are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and share what we are trying to do here at Sports&Sh, which is do some good, raise some money for charity, which brings me to remind you, our charity of the month for March is Make-A-Wish, and if you want to go donate, the link to their website is going to be right down in the comment section below. Like I said, it'll take you right to their website, and you can go donate however much you please. Now, with that being said, let's get into this week's show. Our first segment this week is going to be March Madness. March Madness is such a beautiful fucking thing. Oh my god. I love it. Purdue was upset by the 16 seed Farley Dickinson. Yeah, I didn't know that school existed either. I'm just as surprised as you are. Way to fucking go, Purdue. Bet you can't do it again like you did it the other year and the other year before. You know, Purdue, get your shit together. Also, speaking of upsets, number 8, Arkansas upset the defending champions, Kansas State. And after they won, their coach, his celebration afterward was just absolutely electric. You gotta see it for yourself.
X's and O's out at some point. This Razorback team stepped up big time. Oh yeah, you deserve to take your shirt off. You deserve to take, because they could have easily folded in when Kansas made their run in the second half. But the lineup that was led by Devo Davis, the little things.
Oh, and you are funny as fuck if you didn't think I wasn't gonna talk about Virginia versus Furman. What the fuck happened there? All right, we're gonna go and just watch.
Person to foul. The Cavaliers are playing with 4 guards, and the 4 guards out there, along with Cedric, are their best free throw shooters. Clark in a straight jacket. Oh, he didn't need to do that. He threw it away. Hing, Pagis. Furman leads. Timeout, Virginia. Did we just see what we think we just saw? Wow.
So, in case you're wondering what the hell it is just watched, we basically just watched the NFL version of what Jacoby Myers did against the fucking Raiders, and just, oh man, what a terrible, terrible fucking way to lose. Oh my god. Also, over the weekend, UFC 286 happened, and after a 5-round gruesome match, Leon Edwards remains the welterweight champion. What an incredible fight that was. Also, Anderson Silva is going to be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. It was announced. What an incredible career he's had, and what an accomplishment for Anderson Silva. You'll love to see it. And next up, we have news in the NFL. We just have a couple of signings. Yes, I'm using my notes again because, once again, a lot of signings that have happened over this past week. So, here we go. The Cowboys signed running back Ronald Jones, the Saints signed running back Jamal Williams, the Panthers signed running back Miles Sanders, the Patriots signed running back James Robinson, the Bengals signed offensive tackle Orlando Brown, the Giants signed wide receiver Paris Campbell, Colts signed quarterback Gardner Minshew, the Patriots signed tight end Mike Gesicki, Seahawks signed safety Julian Love, the Cowboys traded for wide receiver Brandon Cooks, the Panthers signed wide receiver Adam Thielen, Lions signed corner CJ Gardner-Johnson, the Texans signed running back Devin Singletary, good luck buddy, Texans signed tight end Dalton Schultz. The Bills signed running back Damian Harris. That's a great signing. I liked it. And the Jets signed wide receiver McCole Hardman. The Browns traded for wide receiver Elijah Moore. And the Raiders signed tight end Austin Hooper. And for NFL news, that's really it. Next up, we have the XFL and the games that happened over the weekend. Our first game was the Roughnecks versus Seattle. Seattle upset the undefeated Roughnecks, defeating them 21-14. And it was another one of those late night 10 o'clock games, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Then we had the best game of the weekend, DC versus the Battlehawks. DC won that game 28-20. Abram Smith fucking popped off with 23 carries, 218 total yards, and 3 total touchdowns on the day. What an absolute fucking dog. And then the Renegades beat the Brahmas 12-10. And then we had our Tank Bowl between the Guardians and the Vipers. And the Vipers won that game 35-32. Now, speaking of those 10 p.m. games, stop it. XFL, stop doing it. They suck. I'm sorry. I tried. Nobody's staying up for them. The latest you can do is 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock's fine, but the 10 p.m. games, they need to fucking stop. Now, speaking of spring football, the USFL, not much of a well, it is for, the USFL. The big headline is the Pittsburgh Maulers changed their uniforms. They got new uniforms. Now let's take a look at them. You see, there's just simple, black and gold, the same color as all the other teams in Pittsburgh. And what do I think of them? You know what? It's not too flashy, not too exciting. It's just a pretty average uniform, but it's not bad. It's not bad though. So I will give it a 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. That's fair. Right? Also in sports news over this past week, the World Baseball Classic wrapped up, and let me tell you, it was absolutely electrifying. It was great baseball all around, and you know what? I really liked the fans. The fans really showed out for it too. It was an electrifying atmosphere at that stadium, and it was awesome. To recap what happened, Trey Turner won one of the semifinal games with an absolute grand slam. It was great. That was electrifying. And then they went on to the next round to beat Cuba 14-2, which sent them to the championship. And then after that game, Japan beat Mexico 5-6 in an electrifying win themselves at the bottom of the ninth, which set up the championship to be USA versus Japan. Japan won that 3-2, and we got to see teammates Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, and Shohei Ohtani came up on top of that. The World Classic comes back in 2026 and can't wait. Also on top of the championship, not only did Shohei Ohtani won it, he won the MVP of the championship game too, and has just been an electrifying player, and I'm ready for the Major League season to start, and I'm ready to see the Blue Jays get going again. Maybe not blow an 8-1 lead to the fucking Seattle Mariners, but maybe things will be different this year around, and I just want to watch Vladdy fucking send the thing to the moon. So the World Baseball Classic was great, but now we're ready to get into the real baseball here. And that concludes it for this week's show. Thank you very much for tuning in if you did. I know it took a while to get out this week, but there's a reason. There's a reason why. Then there's a video coming soon. I'm not going to tell you what it is though, so stay tuned to find out. Once again, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and share what we're trying to do here. And remember, go donate to Make-A-Wish. Link to their website is going to be down in the comment section below. Go show some love. Please, come on, let's do some good. I know we can do this. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.